is that, in the condition that it is right now, it's it's a little sandy. It's a little sticky with some drinks and stuff. And I mean, it might not even be the kind of place at this moment that you'd want to be juggling, skilling in. Get your skilling. So this is maybe not the place you'd want to do that. Another reason potentially is because you got your garden over here, but it is, it's sort of made, the engaging thing is that it really is more a part of the sidewalk. I mean, it is on the sidewalk side of the skate park. You are not necessarily crossing over. So there is a Venn diagram happening here of skate obstacle, this curved cement steps that is almost like a mini amphitheater, and then also like, well, what the public, what is on the skate, what is on the for the public to enjoy. Plus, the way that they have this set up is that it's almost that it's on purpose to watch the skate park and watch skaters and stuff. So yeah, it's this would be a place that I would not. I'm not saying I would say it's not totally off limits, but it's not. I would say it's just play this one by ear and like feel it out. If this would be probably, if no one's here, this could be a good place to maybe do a video for your skills. Again, a huge thing is and this is gonna be like maybe one of the major things is like not. We're gonna have to be very careful about our equipment sort of flying out of hand. I don't think that it's going to be too much of a problem because it's going to be very clear that you don't want your equipment to be run over by a skateboard and damaged, nor do you want to get in the way of the motion of any skateboarding activity. Leave the skate park to the skateboarders. And so yeah, I think we saw that alley in the back. There's a couple potential places across the street here, although that is a bit at a distance, but I think that would still be if you couldn't figure anything else out, that might not be a bad place because at least it's near the skate park, and the idea is to establish yourself, establish like your juggling and that visibility near the skate park. One, so that you can see the skaters. Two, so they can see you. And actually, number one, the most important reason is so that when people are thinking, hey, I want to do some skills, pardon me, so that when people are thinking of doing some skills, they'll just type in skate park, and by typing in skate park, they'll go there, and and hopefully it is possible there'll be some skateboarders there. If not, I mean, there'll be some skillers there, some skillets, some skill. Like this spot right here could be something, even though it's across the street. So sometimes you do have to just look a little bit more. Another thing is that you do want level ground. If you've ever passed clubs for some time, it does make a difference. And having some level ground area is. You also have to be aware. Sometimes there's some gross stuff off in this area, in these kind of areas that are kind of a little bit off the beaten path. Some garbage, and so like keeping that clean. Like if a certain area is like sort of like the ideal area, but I can already tell my feet. I could tell that this is like it's not level. That this is and that's also what happens a lot with whenever you're juggling in parks. The other thing is that when jugglers, and skill to it. People show up in parks and stuff or areas like this, and they're doing it regularly. It does kind of, beat the ground down. Now this is no trespassing, no camping in this. No trespassing, camping is prohibited in this area. That's pretty much under the bridge, and the bridge is pretty sandy anyway. It's got all this dirt and sand, so that wouldn't be a good spot. But this is a potential place, maybe over there, maybe by that alley over there might be good. And yeah, I mean, definitely just be aware of the surroundings and try to find a spot that is gonna work. And if one doesn't work, find another one. But yeah, the idea is basically that it's important to have a space to do some skills. The other thing is that passing clubs takes up a lot of space. So, maybe a good rule of thumb is if you show up to a place, maybe you're gonna bring your clubs, but also definitely bring some balls and stuff that's more compact. Because if you can't find a space that is possible for passing clubs, or something larger, or some hoops, some flow props that require a lot of space, having something that's a smaller, like the yo-yo, some ball juggling, I don't know, cigar boxes maybe, some things that are smaller, and even that still has an impact. And if you can't, the difference between no juggling and ball juggling as an effect on the area is still huge. That's like going from 0 to, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. So my point is that just by doing some simple juggling ball stuff, it's still an important impact, and it's visibility. And you can even here's someone. So here's a little detail. This is a sculpture of some sort with someone holding a skateboard. Looks like a pretty old one, possibly. But yeah, so I didn't notice that the first time around. But yeah, definitely how to skate. It's and here's a spot too. This is another little patch across the street from the skate park. This could be another one right here, and it looks more level. And this is also the kind of thing where eventually it's foreseeable, it's possible that maybe in 20 years from now there could be designated skill areas in cities, and maybe they will be near skate parks, or maybe not. But but this might be private property. This is you could tell possibly because it looks like it's been mowed, and also because maybe this is a container that someone has. That's someone's. So I don't see any sign here that says private property, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. And if it is, stay off of it. Go to a park. Another thing that we may be looking at is literally taking the GPS pinpoint of the skate park, and then finding out the best places that are nearest to the skate park, but that are further away. Like if we can't find it, if nothing around here works out, then there might be something that works out about I don't know, about a block away, or a half a block away, or 2 blocks away. So and it's the skateboard, it's what time is it? Probably, my guess is, it started at about 7, it's probably about 7:40 or something, my guess. And the skateboarders are just starting to show up now, and enjoying this park. So, so that's basically, I think that alley in the back, a couple of those other places, and what we've been finding is that I think one of the things that is coming from at least these two already, is that it's not necessarily immediately apparent. These things are these sort of spaces we're talking about are a little bit. They're not just jumping out for these 2 skate parks anyway. They're not. It's not like we're like, oh, boom, there's a spot. No, it says adopt a spot. Not sure what that means. But it's not necessarily obvious. Sometimes you have to like get to know the lay of the land, get to know the place, and it's some trial and error too. I'm sure that the skillers will, the local skillers and everyone, like they're gonna have to. It's not gonna be the first day. It might take a week. It might take 2 weeks to like find some spots that are consistent and that fit and work for us skillers. Here's, I don't know, this is potentially, that's probably private property. There's a potential. This looks okay to me. This looks okay. There's a possibility here. And if that works out, that's a pretty nice large patch. And this thing says adopt a spot. Pensacola Girls Skate Society. Keep America Beautiful affiliate. Keep Pensacola beautiful. Adopt a spot. Information. So if you find out more information, that could mean that the Pensacola Girls Skate Society is involved with making sure that this area here is clear or clean. So they might be picking up garbage and stuff and keeping it clean. So that might even be more reason why that is a potential spot. Something to think about. I think it basically wraps it up for our skate park here in beautiful Pensacola, Florida. I think it's about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and just a little bit of breeze, and with these bridges overhead, and Blake Doyle Skate Park. There it is. Skillet.